Masters. It's Monday night. It's Always Bookin Comedy. We got Ronell Hardin from Denver, Colorado.
Yes, sir.
How are you, buddy?
I'm sleepy, a little tired. Just finished making dinner, but I'm here. I'm happy to be here.
Look at you, family man. Ronell, the family man. We spent a lot of
Oh,
time together, Ronell, in
oh,
a
we did.
concentrated period.
We did. We did. That was a good week. Really
No,
good
that
week.
was a lot of fun. We went on a long run, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Where else?
Lake,
Snowflake, Arizona, Snow Hill,
uh,
Snow
uh,
something.
Lake Montecero, Trinidad,
Trinidad,
Montrose,
yeah.
Casa Honda,
Pine Top was the Arizona
Pine,
place.
Pine
Pine
Top.
Top.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the
And
mountain lion. Remember that? You got all
yeah,
freaked out. We're at a coffee shop and just casually overheard somebody talking about a mountain lion attack. And Ronell was like, excuse me,
wait a
can you
minute.
tell me a little bit more about that, please?
Yeah, we need you to elaborate on these mountain lions I just got around
Are you talking about here? And they're like, oh yeah, right down the road. Yeah, but like wasn't any big deal, right? No, the person died.
Yeah, it was a bit much. Like they had a bear story in there and everything. It was a lot. It was a
Oh, that
lot.
was hilarious.
It was a lot. Yeah, but
Oh my goodness.
how's comedy holding up for you?
Good, man. Good. I did another run, kind of like the one we did, 3,700 miles. Went all the way to
Ooh,
Virginia. Got all the way to
okay,
Blacksburg, Virginia,
okay.
and came back through New Orleans and Dallas. New Orleans was a lot of fun. Good
Nice.
fried chicken.
Did you get that North Carolina
I did
show?
North Carolina. Yeah. That was a
Nice,
Sunday night show. It was fun. It was nice. Good
nice.
people in North Carolina. Great ice cream.
In North
Maple
Carolina?
Maple View Farms ice cream. Can't say enough about it. Hillsborough, North Carolina. It's about 11 miles from Duke University. So if
Oh,
anybody
sweet. Okay.
watching this is ever at Duke, drive the 11 miles. This place is incredible.
Yeah, so you were in that little tri area like Chapel Hill, Durham.
I think so. Yeah, honestly, like I didn't really look at a map much.
Oh,
I just went
no.
straight to where I was going. And then I had to boogie. I had to be in New Orleans for a show the next day, and that was a pretty long drive. So I
What
think
day
I
did you
drove that night some and then drove the next day.
what day did you do New Orleans?
I did Sunday. Oh, maybe I didn't have to be there because I didn't have anything Monday night, I don't think. But Tuesday I did. Tuesday I had a show in New Orleans. Oh yeah,
Okay.
North Carolina represent. Mark from North Carolina. He was at that show. He was
Nice.
there. Met him in person.
Awesome.
That was kind of fun.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
been to New Orleans a handful of times. My daughter just started college today down in Baton Rouge.
Congratulations, man. You did have that work getting her out there. Did you drive her or did she drive
No,
on her own or?
my parents drove her because they're way better people than I am. I flew down there. I had a couple shows in New Orleans, and then I drove up to Baton Rouge. It's only about an hour away. It's like Colorado Springs, Denver
Sure.
drive more or less. And then it was 99 degrees, 99% humidity. It was
Oh,
hot. We got her
yeah,
moved
it's
in.
brutal. When I was just there a couple weeks ago and it was rough.
Oh,
What'd you do in New Orleans?
I did a couple shows. I did a Piss Your Pants with Troy Deshane, funny guy. Troy got jokes. Check him out. I think it's Mark Caesar's show. But I didn't get to run into him this particular time. Bumped into
Okay.
some really funny guys though. Harry.
What were the venues like?
The venue? I mean, they're just bars. Like saying
Like
bars.
like jazz places that just do
Have
comedy
like
on a
little.
specific night?
Yeah, or they'll have like little you'll walk in, you'll see like a bar or whatever, but then they'll have like these little back rooms that are like could be for anything, for music, whatever. I actually seen a burlesque show in one of them a
Okay.
couple months back. I did a comedy show. It was called Tatas and Ha-Has.
Okay.
But it turned into so I did my set, then some lady came out, did her little burlesque thing. Somebody did their set, then another lady came out, did their burlesque thing. It was really dope. It
That's
was really
awesome.
dope. So like these they do them and obviously New Orleans is a drinking town, so they'll have like
Yeah.
a ton of like speakeasies or like a ton of like annex rooms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
What
saying?
nights of the week did you do shows?
I did shows Sunday. I did 2 shows on Sunday
Okay.
because
Nice.
we had, and then I drove up to New Orleans or sorry, Baton Rouge because we had a check-in Monday, then Tuesday we used to help get her all set up and then I got out of there. Woo,
Yeah. How's the dorm room? Got everything we need, or we drop shipping some stuff from Amazon?
My mom is excessive, and she did it up. I mean, I can't.
You guys were the family where like the volunteers are helping move in, and they're like, "Oh
Yeah,
no, not this!
and
You're
people are
coming up in
coming
a
over.
moving van."
People are coming over looking at my daughter's setup, like, oh my god, look, her bed is high. They have this flip. My mom went
Everybody's
all
got a
out.
mini fridge. She's got a full
She's
fridge
got a
and a
full
side
fridge.
freezer.
She's got a water cooler. She's got a she's got an air fryer and a microwave. I'm like, this is nice.
Yeah.
Why can't what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Why am I here?
Uh,
But yeah, no, congratulations to her. I'm really happy for her. I mean, it's gonna cost a pretty penny, but I mean, this is what we do as parents.
yeah.
We build them up so they can go fly away. And I've been sad a little bit, but I mean, how
It was
sad can I
easier doing
be?
the dishes tonight after dinner, I bet.
I am
One less person to clean up
yeah,
for.
I'm definitely doing the dishes because my 7-year-old is not doing shit. He is definitely just chilling.
Yeah,
It's WWE's actually on, so he's watching WWE. He should be done eating dinner, and when he's done eating dinner, he's at WWE. So,
nice.
and then I'll join him in about 20 minutes. And
So you liked New Orleans comedy? I went to an open mic on Wednesday that's been running like 17 years or something like that.
oh snap! I think I know those guys at the Carrollton station.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I like those guys. Those are awesome guys, yo.
Yeah,
They're really nice.
it was real interesting going to that mic compared to, by the way, pause for a second. Is Alfred Hitchcock like running your camera? What is the fancy technology you got
I
there?
don't know. It's like blurred behind me. So like
No,
I'm
the
here,
blur is
but
normal, but it's also like zooming in and out. Or is that
oh,
you
is that what
moving?
that is? Ah, okay.
I don't know what it is, but it's like it's hilarious. It's
I
great. I
don't
mean, it
know how to.
looks
I
like
don't
high
know.
production value to me.
Yeah, I don't know how to do any of this stuff. I am so not.
Well,
I'm just a. Yeah, I'm just here.
all good. Anyway, so this mic running like 17 years, so different than a Denver open mic. I
Oh,
mean,
for sure.
not to like cash shade at Denver, but Denver open mics, I would say relatively compared to this open mic I did at Carrollton Station, cutthroat. Like people are they did it. They had like you ever go to like a retail store really early and you see all the employees are together and they're having a little like rah kind of thing. They did
Yeah,
that
yeah,
before the open mic. They had like
yeah.
all 35 comedians and they're like, hey guys, just a couple ground rules. Just want to pump everybody up. We're going to have a great show tonight. Hands in the center and comedy on 3 or whatever. It was hilarious. I
Yeah.
thought it was great.
The two guys who run that, because it's a guy and his brother, and
Yeah.
they've been running it forever, and they're like militant almost. Like I'm like they were like,
They're pretty serious.
yeah, they're
I mean,
serious.
it's
Like
like going to Comedy Works. They
yeah,
got
like
rules.
hey, when you stand here when he goes on stage because you're after him, and like
Yeah.
don't like they and then there's a part of that I really appreciate because it
Cassidy is the
makes
main
you,
guy's name.
yeah, and but it makes you want to be part of the show. Like it
Yeah,
makes you want to, wait your turn. Then when
I
you're done,
liked it.
you go sit in, you go out and go sit down and finish watching the show. It was
Yeah,
actually a good setup.
yeah, I
I
like it.
really
Oh yeah, and the room's terrific. Like that the stage and the lighting and the sound. I did bomb my face off.
oh, I mean, I think that's what that place is for. I actually met
It
I
was
met
pretty hilarious if I'm being honest. Like I had just done like 3 nights of hours in a row, like and so I get up there, nobody knows me, so I do my best material for 3 minutes and just nothing.
yeah, I noticed that
Absolutely nothing.
in New
If I had to
Orleans,
do it over, I shouldn't have done material. I should have
I
just
think
talked about the room.
I was gonna say that. I think like the locals in New Orleans don't really do a ton of material. They like really play off the situation that they're in. They
Yeah.
really like to do that, and it's really it's a sight to behold. Where when they get a good, because I did a couple shows where people would work it, but it wasn't working. But then the good comics, the better ones, they were working it, not even using material. And I think
Right.
that's kind of like a I don't want to say like a niche, but like a form
Like a
of comedy,
genre of comedy.
like a genre of comedy for them. Yeah,
Yeah.
almost like that improvisational stand up.
Yeah. That
No,
guy, Cassidy, at 3 minutes, he lit me, and I was like, "I'm good. I'm ready to get off. And he was like shocked because everybody else, I'd been timing people. Everybody was going like 3:30, 3:45, whatever. I was expecting to get lit at 2:30, but he lit me at 3. And I was like, yeah, that's enough for me, brother.
I'm
I'm
good.
out of here.
Yeah, I didn't do really, really well in that room. I didn't like shine or nothing, but he gave me 5 minutes. He
Oh,
gave me the
nice.
light at 4. He gave me the light at 4, so I probably did like 4:30 or something.
Oh,
But
okay.
but I was doing material. I think I tried like 2 like I think I tried like some jokes that I had written kind of like in New Orleans, like some New
Yeah.
Orleans jokes because the place is fucking wild. New
Yeah. It's a
Orleans is
fun
a
place.
wild.
Great food. I
The
also
food.
had that. I've had this problem at Mike's before where I had to wait like 2 hours to get up. And I was not in a good, I was not like joyful when I got
Oh,
on stage. Like I try to fake it when I'm up there, but like I've had this happen at Mike's where, you just wait and wait and wait and the audience dissipates and you're just like, come on, man, can I get
Can
up?
I do it? Can I do this? No, I think that happens a lot. I think where this place where you were at, you almost kind of knew when you were going up though. Like it's
Yeah.
really militant. So as soon as if you did the math, in 46 minutes it's going to be you.
Yeah.
Um, but I think that's part of the job. Like
Yeah.
where like obviously if we were higher up, we could just walk into a room and get 5, 10, 15 minutes, an hour if you're Dave Chappelle. But really, that's what we're working towards. We're working towards becoming a known person on the scene. Rather
Right.
they know it, who cares? But if we show up and they go, "Oh, snap, Mark Masters is here. Hey, get my man's 5 minutes. Let him get his 5, and then where
Yeah.
that's what
That
I think
does
that's what we're striving for."
That does actually remind me. I was talking earlier about the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Sunday, I was in North Carolina. Monday, I went to Atlanta. So
Ah,
it was a very long drive from North Carolina to New Orleans. So long, I broke it up into 2 days. And
okay.
I went and just watched a show in Atlanta, Star
La-
Bar. Shout out to them. Really well run show.
Star Bar.
Star Bar. Yeah, that's the
Okay.
name of the bar, and that's what I think the show is called. That it's run by this guy named Rotney, Rotknee.
Actually, that used to be the Laughing Skull, I think.
It's right across the street.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Right
Okay.
across the street in,
Okay.
little 5 Points or,
Yep. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
confusing that with the Denver neighborhood, but something there's some kind of 5 in there, I'm pretty sure.
It's 5 points. It's 5 points right there. Because I did the Laughing Skull like a year or two ago, but
Okay.
I did a bunch of mics there, and I did do. I love Atlanta. Like Atlanta, everybody's like, it's just traffic sucks, but everybody's really, really trying to do comedy. Like
Yeah.
when you meet the people, they're like, "This is what we're doing," which
Yeah.
is really, really dope.
Yeah, it's a great scene. I mean, the comedians are awesome.
Yeah, I like Christopher Show. That's my guy right there.
Yeah?
He's a character, but he's out there.
Yeah.
He be on that Atlanta scene, and then Lan Lacken, I like him too. I like Atlanta. Atlanta's a really good scene. Really good scene.
Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty happy being out there. I met there's a musical duo called, Rad Cop, Good Cop, or Good Cop, Rad Cop, and they're
Okay.
actually I don't know if this has been announced yet, but nobody's watching this. They're gonna be at High Plains this year. So
They
they're
just announced High Plains.
Oh, they did? Okay,
Yeah.
well, I didn't know because I didn't get the nod this year, I guess.
Yeah. I didn't even sign up, but I did just see the advertisement with
Okay.
the list of
Anyways,
people. So,
Good Cop, Rad Cop, they do music. It's a duo act and
okay.
super fun, high energy. They closed out that show, and I talked to one of the guys for a long time who knew Michael Isaacs, who's
Ah,
from Chattanooga, and they're out of Chattanooga. I was in Chattanooga on this run as well.
did you
So
stop in there? You stopped and got a show in?
I did a don't tell on a Friday night. I was trying to get a show in Nashville, and I couldn't get it to happen. It was a bummer.
Hmm.
But not the end of the world because I ended up doing this don't tell that was super fun. It was sold out. Kevin Nealon was at the comedy club, so when that was obviously sold out, but they still sold out.
In Chattanooga.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
I like the chat. Chattanooga's not a bad city.
You been there?
Yeah, I've
Have you
been there a
been there
couple
for
times.
comedy?
No, I went there. I have a relative who lives in Nashville, and
Okay.
we drove to Atlanta, but we stopped in Chattanooga for the evening, and it was actually a pretty good place, pretty fun
Yeah,
place.
yeah, it's a fun place. It's a good little southern town, and they have decent comedy there. Next time you roll through, I can hook you up with the Don't Tell guys.
That'd be
And
awesome.
there's also the comedy club there called the Comedy Catch, which and there's a comedy festival which I'm definitely applying to next year called Lookout Comedy Festival, and it's
Look
run,
at
little secret, it's run by the booker of the Comedy Catch Comedy Club. So I think I'm starting to notice this pattern that there are comedy festival organizers that also book things.
yeah, yeah,
And you look at the like who they're booking, and they're booking people who did their festival, which makes sense. So
yeah. I mean, that does make sense. Like
yeah, they've seen you already. They know you're reliable, whatever.
the
So next year, I'm going to apply to that festival, try and get in. I think that's a way to get more regular work at that club.
that's awesome. So, are you back in Denver now?
I'm in Denver now. Yeah,
You
yeah,
did make it back to Denver.
yeah.
Nice. Where are you off
Yeah,
to
what have
next?
I haven't done too much. I did Comic Sense up in Boulder,
Okay.
and I'm there, or
Did you
I'm at the Lounge, Denver Comedy Lounge next
did,
weekend. Not
did
this
you
one, but
headline? Did you headline Comic Sense?
nobody,
No,
nobody. I'm nobody in Denver. You know this, Ronell.
that's Boulder though.
I'm a nothing. I'm a
That's
nothing.
Boulder. That's
I'm
Boulder.
hosting up there. It's like the other day I was telling this story about Brant Tobler. You know Tobler.
I love
At
Tobler.
Brad Garrett's comedy club in Vegas, and he's hosting there. There are like levels to this thing. You know, I go
Yeah.
to Blacksburg, Virginia. I'm a big deal. I did 65 minutes. I headlined. I sold $200 in merch. I'm in my own hometown. I'm lucky to like, can I please pick up the popcorn in between shows? You know, like I'm looking for table scraps out here, Ronell.
So, what do you think about that? Like, be it that like we are Denverites. Do you think that there's an aspect of us like should we? Is there a part that makes you want to pursue comedy in another city, knowing that home's never gonna love you like the way it should?
That's a very complicated question. I'll say right up top, I love Colorado. Colorado's a great place. Wouldn't want to live anywhere else, I don't think. So that shades everything.
Understood.
Um, I think also I travel plenty, so it's fine for me. I've accepted that I honestly, and I don't think that I'm being underbooked. Like when I host at Comic Sense, I don't feel like I should have featured or headlined. Like
Okay.
who was the headliner was Tobler. It was Tobler.
Ah.
Like I'm
Okay.
not supposed to be headlining ahead of Tobler, you
No,
know?
no, no, no. I
Uh,
get the hierarchy. I understand what you're
the
saying.
feature, we're similar levels, but it's fine that it's not like it was an open micer
Hmm.
featuring.
Yeah, yeah.
So like I'm comfortable. I think hosting there on that night was appropriate for my level. I didn't feel like disrespected. I did have a situation recently where somebody booked me to host, and I kind of like, this was a weird thing for me because I always like to say yes and be super agreeable, but I've started to make more money,
Hmm.
and this was like pretty far out, and it was on a weekend, and I was kind of worried that I might get another offer that would be better. And so I just called up I was like, "Hey, can we talk on the phone about this?" And
Hmm.
we arranged a phone call, and I just laid it out to him. I was like, "Look, I just made like $400 the other night doing this. You haven't even offered any pay. I don't care what you're going to pay me, but I just want you to know I'm excited to host this show. But if somebody offers me like 250 to headline somewhere and I get to do like half an hour, I'll call you up. We'll try and find a replacement. Does that kind of situation work for you, or should I just say no? Because I don't want to say yes and back out later. I'm that guy who, if I say yes, I'm
I'm
committed.
there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So all that. So it does happen occasionally that maybe I'm underbooked or whatever you want to call that. But I think generally I'm getting the spots I probably should, maybe a little less. And like I said, I get out on the road. Like honestly, when I was in Blacksburg, should I have been headlining there? I mean, I just got lucky that it's a small town,
Hmm.
and there probably aren't a ton of comedians. And the fact that I'm from out of town and nobody's heard my jokes before, that helps.
Yeah, I get
So
it.
so the long way to say, probably not. I don't think I'd move somewhere to get more love.
Okay.
I'd just fly there.
I mean, that makes sense. Because like where for me, like I love Denver. I can't go anywhere else. You think I'm striving to be a comedy works comic type deal. And but it's one of those things you just never get the love at home that you would get other places, and then home's not going to love you until you have that love from other places.
Yeah.
You know, when Florida starts calling me, Denver will be like, no, he's ours. Like, wait
Yeah.
a minute, I would, you know, and so like that's the thing that that kind
That
of,
was perfect. Did you see that? You went,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
and it zoomed in on you. And
that's
cut
actually
Martin
pretty cool.
Scorsese.
No, but that's one of those things that like that's the thing that like fucks with me as like a comedian is a lot of people don't come up in the city that they grew up in. I mean, obviously the New Yorkers and the LA
Mm.
people possibly can, but nobody like you're not gonna blow up in Tampa from Tampa. You know what I'm saying? Like even like
So I think you are. It just takes a long time. I mean, Sam Tallent's a Denver guy, and now he's doing arenas, and he came up in Denver. But it took him
yeah,
forever. Like it wasn't that long ago, 5 years ago, I could see Sam Talent at an open mic.
no, I mean I think that there's outliers out there, but I mean Sam Talent, but even like okay, he's somebody in Denver that we could have, but it's not. I don't, there's a part of it that his that like don't let me shit on anything that he does. He does everything amazing, but his book is kind of what elevated him higher than that put him
It
in
definitely helped.
that
But
put him in
also what helped
the thing
Sam is getting on the road.
for
And he,
sure.
even though he was in Denver, he was all over the country. I guarantee you, Cassidy, I bet
Uh,
he's done that mic. I bet if I ran into Sam and I was like, "Hey, I did this mic at Carrollton Station in New Orleans," he before I even finished the sentence, he'd been like, "Yeah,
yeah,
I've been there like 5 times, 6 times. I go
there
in
you
there,
go.
everybody knows me." Like he's that kind of guy. You go around the country, you ask, you're in like middle of nowhere, North Dakota, and people are telling you stories about this guy who came through and was so funny. And eventually you're like, Sam Talent. And they're like, yeah, that was his name. He was the
Yeah,
best.
yeah. No, he put the footwork in. He
Yeah.
definitely groundworked it because like I was in right outside of Kansas City in like Overland Park trying to do a show, and somebody kept trying to tell me about Sam Talent. Like, no, he's a Denver comic. He's a Denver comic. He's like one of the best. He just wrote a book. I was like, Sam Talent. And they're like, that's the guy. He's on Kill Tony now. And I'm like, ah. So yes, he is. He's probably one of those outliers, like in that regard. But like even like there's a guy named Sam Morrell. He's from Colorado, but he came
No,
up
you're
in
thinking of Dan Soder. Dan Soder's from
dance,
Aurora,
and he grew
Colorado.
up. He's in Aurora. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. For a little
But
bit.
he went to high school in like Smoky Hill or something.
Yeah. Yeah. But
But
he grew up like partly in Arizona, partly in Colorado. But yeah, he went to high school in Aurora.
yeah, yeah, but I think his college, he started college. He started doing comedy in college, which was like
Yeah.
ASU or something. But like
That
I
sounds
think
right.
that there's just like so much talent here in Denver, and I think that the people who aren't from Denver have a leg up. The people who are from outside of Denver kind of seem to get
You know,
a
I
leg
hear
up.
you, but I also think it's short-lived. Like some great comic from Cincinnati will pop into Denver. They'll move to Denver, they'll get a new job or whatever, and for like 6 months they're on every show, right? But
Mhm.
then you talk to them like a year later, they're just in the mix with everybody else.
Yeah, no, I see that. I've seen that too. But where like even like our big comics that we have in our city, like some of the bigger comics. I don't let me stop it. Elon is from Colorado. I think he's from Fort Collins. I think he's from he
I
went
think
to CSU.
I didn't grow up in your neighborhood, your neck of the woods, where
Okay,
you
but
live now.
okay. But I know he went to
But he
CSU
did go to CSU for college, and I think
for
that's when he
college.
started comedy.
So he's one. Let's say like Sammy Anns or who just went to New York
So Sammy Anzer moved here like
from
5 years ago, 6,
from
7 years ago, something like that.
from New York. Who's
From he moved from Memphis, but he was from Queens originally.
understood. I'm trying to think of Derek Stroop. He moved
Stroop
here
is,
from
yeah.
he's from Alabama,
I
got his
mean, that's another example, kind of like a Sam Talent, where he's kind of a Denver comic because he
he's
came
a
to
Denver
Denver
comic. He's a
without
Denver
any skills necessarily. Like he'd done some stuff in Alabama, but not a lot. And he
yeah, no,
came to
he's a Denver
Denver. He
comic.
was funny immediately. He worked hard, and now he's just had his second Tonight Show appearance,
Yeah, he's fucking killing. But
and
yeah,
he's
like
still funny,
where his home is fucking Huntsville, Alabama, or somewhere
right?
like he's
Yeah,
from somewhere
Harvest.
else. And I think that when somebody like you or I say we were to get to a level up, and we go, yeah, our home is Denver. Like Denver just doesn't. Denver's not going to treat you well. You know what I'm saying? You get treated better because Denver's such a transplant city. They heard of you somewhere else anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the thing that fucks me up, like with the Rockies. The Rockies are still 10th in attendance, but that's because it's not the Rockies fans who are going. It's the Yankee fans, the Mets
Right.
fans,
Yeah. And the
the fans,
Cubs and
the
the
Cubs
Pirates.
fans, the Dodger fans, the Arizona fans, the Padre fans who go.
Sure.
And they keep so like.
But I don't really understand. I'm not 100% following you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think you're making some sense. First off, let's establish what level you're talking about. Are you talking about somebody who headlines Comedy Works for a weekend? Or are we going to go a little lower?
I think somebody who making enough money to, I think like enough money to pay your bills. Like enough money.
Like that's like a Sammy Answer level, I would say. Sammy, who else is like touring kind of at that level? You got Ed Bell maybe at that level. Yeah, maybe Hannah Jones. Like they're all in that same class that graduated into. But and so, what's your point about them? You're saying they don't get love in Denver?
I mean, I don't. Which one of them are from Denver?
None of them. But they all did comedy in Denver for 10 years or whatever.
I get that. They're just not from Denver. I grew up in
Gotcha. Who's passed at Comedy Works who grew up in Denver? Do you know? Or is that your point? Your point is nobody. No, they don't book natives.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that they don't. It's just harder to get love when you've been at home. Nobody cares about you at home.
Well, you know what is kind of interesting about that? Putting my booker hat on for a second. You always want like unique perspectives from your comedians because you're trying to book a lineup. You want it to be diverse, and I don't just mean skin color. I mean like the content of the comedians, like what the audience is experiencing. And so, in a sense, you know, if you got a kid from Alabama who speaks in a Southern accent, that's more interesting than maybe the third comic who's going to make a joke about native stickers on water bottles.
Yeah. Or Koufax or weed.
So you might be onto something, actually. I mean, I think maybe the reason might be different, but I am trying to think of somebody. I wish I had the list in front of me of comics who are passed at Comedy Works.
I think Elon would be the.
Yeah, that is a good call.
He would be the person who's from Colorado, from let's say Denver. Give him that, but for the most part, nobody's really from Denver. Everybody.
Is Ben Bryant from Denver? I think he might be. So he would count, but he's kind of on the outs because he's got his own comedy club, maybe.
Yeah, because he was. I don't know what happened with Comedy Works.
He got passed, and then I think when they did the next promotions, he was technically living in New York City, and so on a whatever.
Oh, his relocation. His relocation is what gave. Okay, that sucks. Yeah, because he's funny.
But that would be an example. Who else? There's got to be some others.
There's got to be.
But I think there's another interesting thing here that a lot of people, when they get successful in comedy, they move somewhere else.
I mean, I think that's the goal. I think that's the objective too. At some point in time, like unless you're like, you know, obviously there's a handful. I know Paul Polson, who's the doctor, Dr. Ferguson or something. He still lives in
Kev? Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald, that's what his name is. He still lives in
Denver. He grew up in Denver. He headlines Comedy Works.
Understood. But obviously he's 10.
Yeah. He's also from a different generation. Those guys, like, I'm not saying it was easier back then. Chris Voth, I think, is from Denver.
He's from Denver. Yeah. Okay. I just met him like about a month ago.
So funny, man. So funny. So quick. And he headlines Comedy Works. So I think there are examples. It's just there's not a ton of them.
Yeah, and so that's what I just think that's a hurdle. Like coming up in the city that you grew up in is different, and I think that there's a perspective thing there too, where my Denver perspective is just not unique in the sense of it's the one from Denver, where people come from.
I think there's also a value to that. Like Chris Voth has a joke about that tree farm north of
north of Erie. It's
whatever it's called. They have a jingle, and he does that joke, and that only works because he grew up in Denver, and people in the audience in Denver are from Denver. So you have an advantage too. I think you have a superpower in a sense, not just the camera zooming.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm gonna have to
So
figure that out.
funny. I love it.
But
Where would you move if where would be your next hop, like 10 years from now? Or I
if
guess
I could
15 years from now?
if I could take a hop, it would probably be I would probably do the East Coast.
Okay.
Um,
Like a
let me see.
Philadelphia? Or are you going right to New York City?
I would probably do like DC.
Okay.
Because if we're in DC, Baltimore, then all of it's accessible.
Yeah,
You know
you
what I'm
get on a
saying? Like
train, it's
a
easy.
train, the Peter Pan bus. So that's why I would like to probably be more on the East Coast. I
Have you
hear
done DC yet?
yeah, well, I did a show in closer to Baltimore. Um
Okay.
it's
There's a group called Capital Laughs. If you're ever headed out that way, email me.
uh,
Yeah, I mean, if you're ever traveling anywhere, Ronell, you know this. Just hit up old Mark. He'll
yeah,
send you his notes. But there's a
you
group that
gotta
runs shows. They'll take care of you.
yeah, you got a list of people
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah,
I see
yeah.
it. No,
Uh,
but yeah, no, so like I wanna I do wanna do and travel more and get up there, but I think that Denver would be a place that just boxes me in because I'm from here. But I think the East Coast would be more fitting. But I also think Chicago would be a good spot because I don't think that doing comedy is your only check. It shouldn't be your only check.
hmm.
I think that I mean, we could get good at a comedy, make enough, sell comedy clubs around the country and, keep enough money to keep going. But where the second you start doing voiceover, the second you do a song, the second that you're seeing get some writing credits or do a TV show or something, it kind of seems to elevate.
Yeah. No, it's the
So
same talent book thing.
a hundred
You
percent.
need to be and something.
And
Comedian
something.
and whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like comedy is a rocket ship, but I think the fuel that actually gets you into another orbit is that second or third gimmick that you have going. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And because I mean, let's say like, can you live just off comedy? Yes, you probably can. But how do you get into that atmosphere to where you got an assistant now?
Right.
Or,
Yeah,
you like a family number two. You know what I'm saying? Can you afford your second family?
yeah. You need your secret family.
Not even secret.
Oh,
Shit.
okay.
It's
There we
just
go.
family number two. For you got
Nice.
enough money that family number one knows that there's a family number two.
Nice.
There's
Nice.
elevations to this money stuff.
Got it.
Um, but no, I would love to do it. Where would you go? Would you go more East Coast or West Coast?
I mean, I would want to try and take a hack at New York City at some point. I mean,
Yeah.
I think when I'm like 10 years in, which is another 3, 4 years from now, sometime in that next decade, I will go live in New York City for 3, 6 months. And I probably won't make it, but I will try. Cause I mean, that's the big leagues.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's where, uh, I'm going to be around the best of the best. And no matter what happens, even if I have to leave, I'm going to be better for it.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. The first time I went to LA, I thought I was decent at comedy. I was like, oh shit, I'm pretty good at this. I did the improv.
Hmm.
I went first. I was like, damn, why'd I go first? And I watched the rest of the show. I was like, yeah, I got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
I need to get better,
Yeah.
faster. Well, because they are just a different level. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? At
I'd
these
like to just move around, honestly. Like I wouldn't mind living, 4 different cities a year. Seattle for a few months. Did you meet that Kevin Shea guy when he
yeah,
came
yeah,
through?
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so he was in Denver for I don't know 3 or 6 months, something like that. That's kind of a cool, and he moves every couple of months somewhere else, and that seems like a good way to go. Once you have the skills,
Mm-hmm.
because you kind of if you do enough shows in a certain scene, you kind of I'm not saying you burn your bridges, but you kind of run out of
Corners to play in.
yeah, exactly,
I
exactly, and
know what you
audiences to be in front of, etc.
yeah, yeah.
So
And so then with so obviously we did our show back in June. We had our run. How much turnover in material have you had in the past like 2 months?
at what length set? If I'm
Let's say about an hour, like say
Yeah, like
45
an
minutes.
hour, I'd say there's like, maybe 5 new minutes. It's not a lot. I mean,
Okay.
it's only been a few months.
Okay.
Uh,
No, I'm just wondering if you're picking stuff up, if
yeah, I
because
always I always have some, like, local stuff. Like, I'll tend to usually do some unique stuff in the beginning and maybe make that a thread throughout the whole, set. But I mean, the hits are the hits for a
Okay.
reason. And I had a kind of funny experience where usually I'll bring like a new joke to a run, and by the end of the like fifth show, it's pretty good.
Okay.
And I had a joke about, I think you'll like this because it's like it's real estate related. If you look at a real estate listing, a lot of times you'll see these words. It will say entertainer's dream. You know, it's got like a big kitchen. It's got like a patio where you can host a party. And like, I'm an introvert. That's a nightmare to me. I don't want an entertainer's dream. I want the opposite of that. So I tried, I mean, you get the premise of that. And I told it on the first night of that 8-show run, and I never told it again. It bombed so badly, Ronell.
Oh, wow.
I did like 35 minutes of hits. I snuck that in the center, and then I did 20 more minutes after it. And it was so bad. It did not go well. But I've told it to several comedians, and everybody like likes it that knows anything about real estate.
You got legs.
I just come up with some punchlines for it.
Yeah.
So,
oh, dang. I mean,
it could come back around.
I mean, I think that's the process, though. I think that's what's dope is you could take these jokes and like sometimes you'll like lift up a joke like, yeah, try this, and it works, and then you'll take that exact same joke to a different group of people, and they'll be like, nope, we don't like that. Like you're like, what the? So it could vary. It could vary from crowd to crowd too, which I'm learning too. I'm learning that you can't just hit them with the same pan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every time you got to actually kind of switch up the cutlery that you're using.
Very kitchen themed segment here. All right. So we got to start winding things down. Any other topics you want to hit? And I do just want to know, like, how are things going in the Denver scene? What's exciting? What kind of goals? What things are you looking forward to?
Well, one thing we touch on is the game we played was the Ronell and Mark trying to remember stuff. Just
that reminds me, Ronell, I got a surprise for you. Are you ready for a surprise?
Let's go.
Okay. All right. For those who don't know, Ronell was with me when I started my Laserdisc journey. If you're following my newsletter, I'm on a journey with Laserdisc. I love these old movies. Ronell, look what I brought for you.
A 5 goes.
It gets better. It gets better. Look at this.
5 goes west. That's what I'm talking about. How long did it take you to find them? So 2 months?
I just got them last week. Like total accident. And then I remembered I was recording with you, and I was like, oh, I got to make sure I have them.
We was talking about 5. Oh my God, that was.
I haven't watched them yet. So.
Oh wow,
I'm good. A little bit of water damage in the original one down at the bottom, but I don't really care. It only cost this cost me about $3.
Oh wow, but the disc is still good.
Well, let's see. We're gonna unbox it right now. I know that's big on the YouTubes.
We're doing a laser disc unboxing.
It looks a
little.
Do
they warp like regular albums?
No, it doesn't look great, honestly. It looks a little. You can't see it on the film, and this thing just fell off.
Oh wow.
So I don't know if this one's going to be great. We'll see. I haven't had a single disc not work. I've watched about 20 of them.
It's going to work. It's going to work. But I know what I got going on. I'm at Comedy Works at the end of the month. I got the Improv.
What are you doing there?
Who did Dan set me up with? I'm on the. Oh my God! I gotta pull this up. Let me pull it up. Let me see.
Take your time. I'll do a little more Laserdisc action. Let's see. 5 Goes West is in better condition. I don't see the price tag on it, but we'll just hold this up. By the way, if you're watching this and you have access to Laserdisc, you see him, give old Mark a call. I will take them off your hands. I'm trying. I'm looking for. I'm up to. Ronell saw me get my first like 15 Laserdiscs, and now I'm up to almost 100.
Though, yeah, you
got a small addiction to buying Laserdiscs.
I'm on September 18th with Damian Darling.
Cool.
Damian Darling.
How easy did he request you? How'd that happen?
No, Dan Mazuka asked me to.
Oh, the Improv.
At the Improv, yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought you said Comedy Works.
No. Comedy Works. I'm doing New Talent Night in 2 weeks.
Got it.
I
Got it.
can't really disclose why I got a heads up, but it's more because I got a kid and they
Okay.
know, so
Yep.
they let me
All
so I
good.
can babysit. So
Yeah, yeah,
sorry
yeah.
guys, don't tell everybody. They're nice
Okay.
to me, but
That's exciting. Maybe I'll come next. I might be around a week from Tuesday. Maybe I'll
yeah,
come through.
it'd be the second one. It'd be the one closer to the first of the month.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll
Yeah,
text you later. We'll figure it out.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, always good to see you, buddy. And
Oh, pleasure.
everybody
Welcome
check
home.
out what's that?
Welcome home. I know that you're probably
Yeah, I've been
still
I've been
living up
home
to.
for a couple weeks now. I'm supposed to be
Okay.
writing my next book, and it is not going well. I've been doing a lot of this instead of writing my book. So
I
because I
mean,
blocked my calendar, I didn't book anything most of
uh-huh.
August so that I would write, and I've been very lazy. Although today I did write a little bit,
Yeah.
probably
How
like
many
half an
books have
hour
you sold?
of my own book.
Yeah, yeah.
Hundreds, like low hundreds.
Couple
Not
hundred.
even, definitely not 1,000.
Okay. Well, let's get to
Yeah.
that 1,000. Let's get to that comma mark. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying?
Well, the next book will be better. The first book was, I mean, I sell the crap out of it, but
I've seen you. I've seen you.
yeah, you've seen that in action. But I would, it's like an old joke. I wrote that book like 5 years ago.
Okay.
It's not something I'm necessarily proud of anymore.
Okay.
Although honestly, I haven't read it in 5 years, and I need part of writing this new book is reading the old book. I need to read the old book because the new book's a sequel to it, and so I
Yeah,
should
you
do
should.
that. Tomorrow. I'm making a commitment to you, Ronell. I will read at least the first chapter of the old book.
Of your book.
Yes.
Hey, well, no, it's a pleasure. Thank you for thinking of me. I really
Yeah,
appreciate the
buddy.
opportunity to get out. Hi, scene. Hi, everybody out there. Hi, world. Please support this man. Please support us. Please support Denver
Awesome.
comedy.
All right, North Carolina saying thank you. All right, we're going to shut this down. Stick around for a second, Ronell. We're going to
Okay.
talk Merit Fievel for a second. See you.